few clouds in the sky. That wasn't forecast that I'm aware of. Yesterday was a very hot day. Today was meant to be a scorcher, but if the clouds stick around, that won't be the case.
Here at the Bunny Nut Cafe, everybody's talking about Roy Emerson. He'll be here in 5 hours' time, so come on down.
You can't see that he's got his pants on.
I'm introducing Roy.
Just before I get Ashley to come forward and introduce Roy, can I also acknowledge, I notice, I think he's got just about his whole team here today, so Councillor Potter and Councillor Fleischstresser are both in attendance. Thanks for being here at this such an important occasion. Can I ask Ashley to come forward now and say a few words, and also then to introduce his great mate, Roy Emerson.
Thank you very much. I think I can throw my notes away because everything I'd written down already has been said. So I just might tell a few stories about Roy. Some he's already heard, no doubt, but some may be exaggerated, some may not. But anyway, I have known Roy a long time. 1952, I came to Brisbane for the first time. And I was at that stage 16, fairly ambitious in what I wanted to do in tennis, and I went out to Milton, and I see hitting up on one of the outside courts two lean, sun-tanned Queenslanders. This is, I think, sometime early November, before the Queensland Championships, and they were Mal Anderson and Roy Emerson. And I looked at them and I thought, these two could be a thorn in my ambitions. and so it proved. Roy and I travelled together in the Australian team for the first time for both of us in 1954. We were both 17. And the Australian team was always housed at the Kensington Palace Hotel in London for the duration of Wimbledon and a couple of the lead-up tournaments. So we were there for a month. And I roomed with Roy during the first month of that, and he would have a pretty special sort of wake-up call. You'd find yourself on the floor in a headlock. and that got you up pretty sharply. So when we moved on, I was pleased to lose him for a little while. Roy was always the fittest member of any team, I think, and Harry Hopman used to get us to go out running around the Hyde Park Serpentine and then back to the Kensington Palace Hotel. Roy was always first out and first home. Rosie was always last out and last home, and once I went out with the team, and Rosie didn't like running very much, and Harry Hopman used to go out and hide in the bushes to see who was running, who was doing what. And anyway, we got to the first bush and Rosie said, "Come on out, Hop, you bastard, I can see you." And out walked Hop. He was there. So Rosie was always in the black books, and Emma was always up there. Emma was great to travel with. During that first year, we, particularly in America, a lot of the tournaments had a welcoming party, and Emma used to delight in telling anyone who wanted to listen that he came from Black Butt, and out there most people have a pet kangaroo. And they take the kangaroo along to when they go shopping, so they can bring home their purchases in the pouch. I had a look when I came in today to see if there's any tethered kangaroos. None. Emo, besides, everyone's heard about his singles exploits, but he was a great doubles player. He won doubles with practically anyone he played with. And he used to walk on the court with Emo, and Emo would say, make one return and we'll win. You must have been playing with phrase when you...
Yeah, I was. That was phrase.
But Rocket told me this story, which I've always remembered, and this may or may not be quite accurate, Mo, but you and he were playing in an American tournament. You were playing Bobby Christ and Jose Jesus in the first round. And Christ and Jesus won the first game, and the umpire called Game Jesus Christ. And Emo said, "We better get our fingers out, Rocket, this could be tougher than we thought." They won, of course. We talked a little bit about Black Butt and people making pilgrimages out here, and I spoke with Bud Collins a few years ago in America. Bud was a great tennis writer for tennis and the world, really. He wrote articles everywhere. And he told me he was coming out to Black Butt because he's heard so much about Roy Emerson, where he came from, that he made a pilgrimage here prior to going down to the Australian Open. And that was a few years ago. Now, if he'd done it now, or anyone who does it in the future are going to have something out here that is a memory and a memorial to Mo and to Black Butt, and I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm introducing Roy. On him, Mo.
Roy, if you look at me in the big laugh. But hold it on his cheek, you right?